We'll go Blade Mill into Blink, where I think the current build is just to get as tanky as possible. Oh, like Deppy's taking so much damage.
Oh my soul!
He's taking so much damage.
Deppy first blood and is gonna go to ski. So all supports around the world, but it feels that much better.
Yeah, and it's on this Lina as well, which is your right clicker in this lane. So it's just going
B and a little bit of trouble here. Do they have the damage finish off? Just enough. Last hit from Soup will do the job. I mean, who can really put a lot of pressure on them. But when things aren't going your way, he just builds up one's charges for your opponent. So you can see they have just that going on. Soup very, very low and will be run down. B also looking for dark. He is darkness. Anyways, once again, they have the refraction going out onto Jappa, who's once again in a little bit of trouble. But do they have enough damage to bring him down? The Firestorm comes out as well. Remedy might actually fall here instead. The impetus is there. B will claim the counter kill though, but that, I think that still favors Energy because they were there for the kill on Remedy, both of them. Deppy, however, also falling again. This is significant. Sorry, Deppy getting the kill, I lie. Yeah, he actually picked up the Lina situation, but Soup joins in as well. They're going to use a snowball. They're all right on top of it. They want to make sure there's nowhere to go. The Barrow Strike comes out as well, and B should be brought down before picking up the bounty.
The bounty!
The shining Baron. It's not 6 yet, but he will get banished as the disruption is used on him. LSA misses as well, so let's see how Exdee respond to this, because I expected that they'd kind of run away, but oh, look at the damage coming out. I'm not sure exactly who it was. The damage is there. Impetus is going to be timed with the LSA. Nice bit of execution there from Soup. And Baron trying to run him down because he has a friend in this round as well. It's Junaid. And there is real damage there. They're going to make sure they bring down the Enchantress in exchange for...
So, but it's fine. Terrible. It's 8 minutes into the game. Your Terrorblade's going to start rotating around.
I'm going to wind up the drums as he takes the LT onto the Legion Commander. Baron trying to just get as much HP as possible with the press.
Significant.
I gotta say again, we've seen this a lot, right? Okay, go ahead. You probably have better insight than me anyways.
A lot of mids are doing this at the moment. Bottom lane, Jappa's going down. Tag team.
Important kill there. Remedy, we're gonna pick it up. They do have to turn around though, because Soup's coming and so has that Aston. He gets off a beautiful double Barrow Strike. The LSA not available, so he's gonna have to just run away. Baron in trouble, and will fall down. Finally, they do get the stun, but it's not gonna be enough to save. That is somewhat more interesting here. They've smoked up immediately. B is going to immediately know what's going on. Nice ulti from the Zeus. And on the high ground, they managed to get the jewel off as well as the Astral Shards, which sets up a beautiful, nice little play there from... They're going to channel the EP. Goes through. Beautiful Barrow Strike onto 2. And Aston very low here and may fall and does fall. Buyback comes out from Baron. He wants to help bail out Remedy, who's in a lot of trouble. He doesn't have the mana to sunder. Standing in the Firestorm will mana to sunder. Standing in the Firestorm will survive though. And the LSA comes up from Ski as well as the Light Strike, sorry, the Laguna Blade, which means they're able to finish the job onto the Deppy PL. Massive fight for Exdee. Did come at the cost of a buyback on their core. And Esports will claim the tier 1 town mid instead. And now they catch up B's Tusk. And it will be a fairly simple kill. How I say this! He was actually able to get the snowball off. However, he dies. Accelerated your farm can be. Keeping up with Terrorblade is a big deal. However, Baron going to be scouted out, and they do take over the shard as well. The Golem, which means they do have the stun. In comes at Aston. He will commit his epicenter to this. Only rewarded with the Baron in South Africa at the moment. So bringing him down is definitely a useful bit of work. They're going to catch out Soup bottom lane though. The Enchantress in trouble. Eventually, a delayed looking fish punch will come out. And TKC, can they finish the job on him? He wants to up top lane. They know that Aston's there. He's just dropped an additional sandstorm. They can catch him up. They get the jewel off as well. Do they have the damage though? He's a tanky lad. They surely don't. But they will finish the kill regardless. No duel victory. Baron won't be, and they do get the LSA out. A lot of damage onto Aston, but he's still up. They're almost, and finally do bring down Ski. Deppy in the front lines, taking on Remedy at the moment. He is standing and delivering there with that Scott. He will get Poja and banished by TKC. Standing and delivering there with that Scott. He will get Poja and banished by TKC. Stay out of this fight a little while longer. I'll make my own illusions, and they might just finish off and do finish off the Terrorblade. The hell? Ooh. Where are they? I'm looking, but onto the back line, into the waters, but Deppy though, he stands, he delivers the buyback. No, it was a buyback, they didn't finish the job onto the tanking. He's going to channel up in the background, he goes back in onto Remedy, the Sunday is available.
That looks so good for Exdee, and that entire team fight was just changed by TKC being in the right place at the right time.
It
His Aeon
felt
Disc is
like
proc
it
though.
was the fight for them, and they're going to catch Junaid. He does have the Ghost Scepter and the Yules, but it's not going to matter. He goes down. See here, this game looks very, very decided
There's
at
no
this
meta
point.
for 60 seconds. That's kind of the big problem here. And Deppy's got a full heart on this field. Heart, SNY, Diffusal Blade, and a Hood of Defiance.
The backlines, Remedy is still trying to do work here. BKB
Oh,
comes
Adam.
out, but they just destroy a couple. B falls, Baron has to
Remedy's in
buy
trouble.
back as well, and Remedy is limping away. No Sunder available from either. They're going to drop out the Burrow Strike.
Giveaway, EGL 1. So keyword is Dota 2ZA. If you type it in more than once, you will be removed
Top
from
lane
the draw.
Soup's going to go down. That's your first blood. It gets caught up by the Rocket, so Exdee managed to find their way onto the scoreboard early on. The Malice, but Deppy happy to just simply rage, and, well, he skirts the fence, gets caught out on the edge there, just tagged the side of his clothing, but he is still only fighting, fitting in,
Top
sees
lane.
his off lane not working out well. We'll find, and yet another kill on top lane. Come on, beat dirt. The flag.
No, I'm talking about like when they put a flag like on the moon. Well, what is that called? It's not planting a flag. It's
I also don't think it's called colonizing the moon. Ski in trouble, bottom lane, trying to ring a Rosie with Deppy, but he's going to be brought down. Yeah.
you can see Yappa's playing
Oh,
aggressive.
the arrow is going to hit, and it's going to hit for all 5 seconds. However, there's a little bit of support coming in from Adastum, and it doesn't buy enough time, though. Forging upon a star that something will die nearby, so get it, and he's just rope. Is he out? Is he out? No. Oh, it was so close, but look at
He
the
should have
play,
shielded.
man.
He had a phonic shield. If he shielded before.
Trying to commit to Baron, but he is in deep. They're all in
good
deep.
kill.
They come in, but here comes Junaid, and they get everything. The backline Ravage is good though. TKC low and does fall. They're gonna pick up 3, just losing the Underlords. He wants the watermelon. He wants to taste the expression. Maybe fill it up with some vodka or some spirits, but he definitely wants to bring down the watermelon. It's gonna go the way of Junaid in the end with the Illusion Orb.
Whoa, XD.
Sorry, bot lane, they're going to re-engage on a big tower. Remedy comes in, and they do get a beautiful engagement off them. They brought in a lot, though. Junaid with the
Junaid.
dream call. He wants to finish off Soup. Soup low, but not dead yet. B will have to pop his ulti. The damage, though, being committed to Junaid. Ravage used, but with the parcel of Deppy inside him, will toss out a lot of damage.
Oh,
The arrow also will find its mark this time, and they're going to combine up with the torrent ski does for. I mean, that's one way to deal with it. Rage out of it. They do, however, get a bit of Malice down, and TKC in a little bit of trouble here. Beautiful Impale comes out from the Earth Spike, hitting everything. But XD on the front foot. You can see Junaid with
Deppy's in
the
trouble.
He wants to bring down the Life Stealer, and does. Back he goes, though. They'll finish Soup as well. Goes over their heads, does pass through him. It's not a fail boat because it's keeping him alive, but is it going to keep him alive long enough? He is taking so much damage. He is being
tanky.
swarmed. And guess what? That's what it feels like, being in the middle of XD when they're just all smashing in on at Astam, and they drop the Cocoa Rum, which keeps him interested. But Astam, well, that rum's going to run off, and you're still going to die. In the end, they pick off a big target, but they did commit
Roche.
a big BKB to that. Bear in mind, Remedy used up the... Oh, 5! And XD in trouble now. They're limping away. Baron will get off a pretty good pit himself. But they've managed to catch up the Abba as well. They buy back on the Gyro. They want this fight. They still want to go. The Ravage is down, trying to get re-involved here. They're actually chasing energy back. They've brought back on 2. They have to make this. The Dream Coil, and Adastab brings him down. They're going to bring the Tide Hunter. That's a die back. And XD, they'll commit. And this game looked dangerous. It could be over! Kappa! He decided it should be over! Good night, Gyro! Who copped away? Byron Biceps ain't keeping out of this one, lad! And they smoke up immediately because they're hunting. Pit, they're going to be swarming over it! But the Ravage catches them out as they take the Sean Aegis onto Deppy. And they're trying to get up, but they're bouncing around and they lose their trip. They're going to deliver, but they have to deal with the Aegis. They're trying to run down at Astam. Junaid's there. The little rocket's going to connect as well. They do have numbers to finish him off. Oh, man.
What is this game?
Happy onto Ski, gets a little bit of help there. On the backline, Junaid taking names. You want to bring them down. And yes, you have the Lifestealer Aegis, but you're going to have to get out because right now, Remedy and Co are standing. They're delivering. They managed to get out the gyrocopter. That's what was most important. As B, no waste, no waste, no waste! B's down as well! What? God mode?
Is he in trouble?
He is in trouble because Deppy is literally eating the man. And in comes TKC, in comes Jappa. You're staying here with us. You're a ghost, mate. Junaid, I don't know if this is a play. He needs out in a big way. The illusion orb will give him some. He's going to toss Deppy away for a second, but they should be able to find a big pick off here as well.
Check middle.
Soup and Co. destroying them. Daston's going to push out the mid lane as well. 65 seconds, what the buyback look like? Because we all float down here, but they haven't quite finished the job. Can they do it? The disarm is there. They bring down the gyro. Is he going to buy back? Is he going to fight on B? He has to join Deppy at the moment as they toss Baron though. They even bring in Seaham, but the Coco run goes over. They want this fight. Good night, Bambi. Enchantress deleted out of the game, and they get the double Earth Spike. It may as well have been a Ravage, because it's a 5. I think you have a date, and I think your date might just be with Energy Esports, because Exdee are in so much trouble. Junaid low, Hexed up, and he's gone. Does he have buyback? No. At this point, the throne almost exposed. The Ravage comes out, and you know what comes after Ravage? I tell you what comes after Ravage. GG comes after Ravage, because the seas, the storms, and for Exdee, it is good night, it is goodbye, because Energy Esports are, read it, they are your second grand finalist, the second team to make